Hello there, and welcome back to Steam It with Steve. Today we're going to keep going with our tiny house tutorials, and what we're going to look at is the floor plan, and then we're going to build a concrete slab above our current building. So we're going to actually enclose our box. Okay, so we're basically going to build this rectangle concrete slab that goes over the top as a lid, so then we can actually build a second story to the next bit above our tiny house. So our plan today is we're going to build a slab that will cover over the top of here. So originally our original box was 4,500 by 12,500, but don't forget we've got a 100-meter wall. So it's going to be slightly smaller than the original slab. So the first step is we're going to build that slab. So we're going to create the first floor concrete, and then we're going to extend the walls up with that. Okay, so let's just open up our SketchUp, and here we go. So to begin with, we've got our tiny house here where we've built the kitchen, and then we've built our little dressing table over here and the doors. So now we're basically going to build the concrete slab up the top here. So to do that, just to check our measurements, we come across here, use the measuring tape, and go from the very corner in here, and we roll across to there. We should see that it's 4,500, take away 100 and 100 again, so 4,300 is the measurement from that corner to that corner. And then if we scroll across to here, yep, exactly, so we've got 12,300. So we've got a slab that's going to be 4,300 by 12,300. Just press escape there. So what I'm going to do is actually build the slab outside of here, and then I'm going to put it up as if it was like a little crane. So you can draw it on top of it. The problem when you do that, if I click on that, is all the rooms get shown, and then it's not as easy to pull it up, right? Because if I try and pull it up, it will do each individual bit. So please do not do that. All right, so what we're going to do, just undo there, is we're going to click out here, and we're going to measure out our distance. So we're going to go 12,500, sorry, 300, comma 4,300. So we now have our slab. We're then going to use the push-pull tool, and we're going to bring that up 100 mil. All right, and then we're going to group and select that and tag it while it's all the way out here. So we're going to select that, right click on it, come down here to make group, right, and then press click. We're then going to go over here to our tagging. We're going to add this in, and we're going to go call this the first floor. Come down here to the first floor, click on that guy, click on the tag, and now we should be able to hide and show that slab. So then the next bit is now we want to move that up to the top. So I'm just going to use the move tool. I'm going to click on the corner over in this corner underneath it all. So right in there. Right, and then I just move it over into that corner, and it snaps into it. And there we go. We now have our lid for our box. Pretty cool. And then the cool part is we can now hide and show that. So I can click on that and see very clearly inside of it. The last bit that we now want to do is then extend these walls up. And it's super easy if you've done the ones that we've done before. We literally just come across here to the push-pull tool. Come across to the very rooftop here. So there's just this bit in here. So not there. Just see how the arrow tips just slightly in. And we move that guy up. And previously we made it 2,000. So 2,000 mil or 2 meters. But don't forget we've also got a 100 mil slab. So if we want to keep a 2,000 mil height, we actually have to go up another 100. So we want it to go up 2,100. And press enter. So now we have another roof. So we have all this extra space up here in our tiny house just by putting a roof into the thing, which is pretty cool. So then the next step looks like it's pulled up those temporary lines that we did for the bedroom and the bathroom. So to fix that, we're just going to use the eraser tool just to clean this up. So we use the eraser tool, click here, swipe all the way through, and it will get rid of that. So same with this one. We don't want any of those things on the face here. So we just go to this side, click down, swipe all the way through. Sometimes it might not get it. So all I did was just keep swiping back and forward until I did get it like a good old eraser. Excellent. So we now have this space up here, which we can do like a loft space. We might look at seeing if we can cut into this slab so we can build a staircase down. But that's pretty much all that I wanted to cover today. Hopefully you picked up on how to build that rectangular slab, and building that extra roof isn't that hard to do. When you're building your tiny house, having a second level does give you a lot of abilities. Actually, let's just see that. If we didn't want that measurement, we could have done a half slab. So we could have done up to just here for the roof, right? And then have this extra space inside of here with like an open area. That's another thing that you could have done. Okay. So hopefully you've picked up something, learned something along the way. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe down below because that does help with our YouTube algorithm. Thanks again. See you next time on Steam with Steve. Adios.